Among the most unforgettable things to do in Phnom Penh is to feel the heartbeat of Cambodia itself, where the mighty Mekong meets the Tonle Sap River and the echoes of history flow through every street. Once called the Pearl of Asia, Phnom Penh blends royal elegance with the vibrant rhythm of modern life. From golden pagodas and colonial avenues to lively riverside markets, this city isn't just a destination, it's an experience that stays with you. At World Travel, we invite you to go beyond sightseeing, to discover the stories, the flavors, and the spirit that make Phnom Penh one of Southeast Asia's most unforgettable journeys. Begin your journey at the Royal Palace, the radiant heart of Cambodia's royal heritage. Built in the late 19th century beside the confluence of the Mekong and Tonle Sap rivers, its golden spires shimmer beneath the tropical sun, a living emblem of elegance and pride. Step inside, and you'll find the Silver Pagoda, a masterpiece where over 5,000 silver tiles gleam softly underfoot, and a crystal Buddha, carved from baccarat crystal, rests in quiet grace. Around it, golden stupas and murals whisper stories of kings, gods, and centuries of faith. Here, time doesn't stand still, it glows. Every reflection, every carving, every breeze through the palace gardens reminds you why visiting this place is among the most unforgettable things to do in Phnom Penh, where Cambodia's past still shines in every ray of light. They say every city has a beginning, and one of the most meaningful things to do in Phnom Penh is to visit that very place, Wat Phnom. Legend tells of Lady Pen, who centuries ago found sacred Buddha statues floating along the river and built a temple atop this small hill to protect them. From that act of faith, a city was born. Today, monks still chant beneath the same banyan trees, incense drifts through the air, and locals offer lotus flowers while whispering wishes into the wind. Stand here above the city's heartbeat, and you'll feel it. Phnom Penh began not with power, but with belief. For those who seek to feel, not just see, stepping into the National Museum of Cambodia is among the most soulful things to do in Phnom Penh. Built from warm red sandstone, the museum stands like a temple of memory, quiet, dignified, and alive with the spirit of the Khmer Empire. Inside, more than 14,000 artifacts rest in the hush of time. Serene Buddhas carved in perfect stillness, graceful apsaras frozen mid-dance, and bronze kings once hidden beneath temple sands. Each sculpture breathes a story of faith, artistry, and a civilization that once illuminated Southeast Asia. The air feels sacred, the light soft and golden, and as you walk between the shadows of these ancient forms, you'll feel it. History here doesn't fade. It lives. It sings through stone, in a language the heart understands. Not every story in Cambodia is easy to hear, but one of the most powerful things to do in Phnom Penh is to visit Tuol Sleng, also known as S21. Once a school, later turned into a prison during the Khmer Rouge era, its quiet classrooms now hold portraits of those who never left. Yet beyond the sorrow lies something deeply human: resilience. To walk these halls is to understand that Cambodia's greatest strength was never its monuments, but its mercy. Here, remembrance becomes respect, and grief becomes grace. A short drive beyond the city's edge lies Choeung Ek, a place the world once knew as the Killing Fields, but Cambodia now knows as a garden of remembrance. Here, the air is still. The wind moves softly through the trees, and the white stupa glimmers beneath the sun, not as a monument to sorrow, but to forgiveness. Prayer flags flutter gently above the earth, and in their colors, you feel the quiet heartbeat of peace. Visiting Choeung Ek is not easy, yet it is among the most meaningful things to do in Phnom Penh. Because here, pain has transformed into grace. This ground reminds us that Cambodia's story is not only one of loss, it is one of rebirth, resilience, and the courage to choose compassion where there once was darkness. In this silence, you don't just remember, you understand. When the day begins to fade and the sky softens to amber, take to the river. It's one of the most serene things to do in Phnom Penh. As your boat glides along the Mekong River and Tonle Sap River, the city transforms before your eyes. The royal palace glows like molten gold. Monks in saffron robes stroll quietly along Sisawath Quay, and the skyline shimmers across the rippling water. There's music in the wind, soft laughter from the shore, the call of a boatman, the hush of evening settling in. With a cool drink in hand and the scent of the river all around, you'll see Phnom Penh as the locals do. Not as a city to conquer, but as a melody to feel. Here, time drifts slower. The light lingers longer, and for a moment, everything, the past, the present, the river, and you, flows as one. To truly feel the rhythm of the city, step into its soul, the markets. It's one of the most vibrant things to do in Phnom Penh, where color, scent, and sound weave together into daily poetry. Begin at the Central Market, Psar Thmai, a radiant Art Deco landmark built in 1937, its golden dome glowing under the tropical light. Inside, stalls bloom like gardens, lotus flowers, sparkling gems, woven silks, and the laughter of vendors calling out prices with warm smiles. Then wander through the maze of the Russian market, Tuol Sleng Genocide, where the air is filled with the aroma of incense, spices, and sizzling street food. Here, everything tells a story, from a hand-carved wooden elephant to a scarf dyed the color of sunrise. One of the most delicious things to do in Phnom Penh is to eat like a local, to follow the smoke, the sound, and the scent of the streets. As night falls, woks hiss and skewers sizzle under the glow of hanging bulbs. The air is thick with the aroma of lemongrass, garlic, and grilled meat, a feast for the senses. Try numpang, Cambodia's answer to the French baguette, crispy on the outside, fragrant with pickles and herbs inside. Then taste beef lok lok, tender cubes of meat drizzled with kampot pepper sauce, a flavor both earthy and bright. Each dish here carries a piece of Cambodia's story, born from simplicity, shaped by history, and perfected with heart. To eat in Phnom Penh is not just to taste food, it's to taste life itself, humble, generous, and unforgettable. When night falls, Phnom Penh transforms. The heat softens, the lights awaken, and the city begins to glow. Stroll along Sisawath Quay, where the breeze from the Mekong River carries laughter, music, and the scent of jasmine tea. Riverside cafes hum with conversation, while street vendors serve skewers and coconut sweets under a curtain of golden lanterns. Or rise above it all, to a rooftop bar where the skyline shimmers in reflections of gold and neon. From here, you'll see monks in saffron robes passing quietly beneath the city lights, and for a moment, past and present feel perfectly intertwined. This is one of the most magical things to do in Phnom Penh, to witness the city's dual heartbeat, ancient yet modern, humble yet alive. Here, history doesn't fade into night, it glows within it. Across the calm waters of the Mekong River lies Ko Dak, Silk Island, a place where time slows and life flows at the rhythm of the loom. Here, golden threads glisten under the sunlight as artisans spin silk by hand, their fingers moving with the same patience and grace passed down through generations. The sound of weaving mixes with birdsong and laughter, a melody of peace and pride that defines rural Cambodia. Palm trees sway above bamboo houses, children run barefoot through dusty lanes, and you realize that the island's beauty isn't in what it sells, but in what it preserves. Phnom Penh is more than a capital. It's Cambodia's heart, a city of contrasts and connections, where sorrow became strength and tradition dances with change. Every story here, carved in stone, sung by the river, and shared with a smile, reminds us that resilience is beauty. At Seni World Travel, we believe every journey begins with understanding and ends with connection.